So, you've decided that you want to drop a habit or drop a response that has become habitual. And it's tough work. And when I say work, I mean work. Part of that process is recognizing that the strategies that you're using are no longer working for you, identifying what would fit better with your values, and then having a whole lot of patience and self-compassion as you go from where you are right now to where you want to be. It takes a long time. As I think about the process and supporting folks through the process and my own experience of trying to drop a habitual response that wasn't working for me, I think that there are a couple of steps. The first step is that identification step, which I just mentioned. And I think after you've kind of identified it and it's really clear in your head about what you would really like to be doing differently, the next time you're in that moment where you feel triggered and you feel like your body and your mind are just guiding you down that habitual pathway, you might not notice it in the moment. Things might just be moving too quickly. That pathway might be just so ingrained. And afterwards you realize, oh, right, here I am, the exact spot I was hoping never to be again. And I think when that happens, the only thing we can really do is have some self-compassion for ourselves. That strategy that you were using, it was to meet some beautiful needs. And the strategy where you want to go or where you want to end up is also to meet some beautiful needs. So it's having that balance of recognizing, this is just where I'm at. I'm learning. I want to let go of this. I want to go in this direction. Maybe it means circling back and, having some conversations with people about what you wished you could have accessed in that moment. So I think the next step, the next phase is, let's say you've gone through that a couple of times and then you're in that moment, you're triggered again. And instead of rushing down that habitual pathway, you have that moment of awareness, like, here I am. I'm in that spot. I'm being triggered. And I still don't know what to do. That's okay too. That's part of your learning. That moment of awareness in the moment, that's huge. That's a really big deal. That's something to be celebrated. And then I think the third part is when you are moving through that habitual response is on the verge of coming. You have that awareness, but then instead of moving down that habitual response, you have enough awareness to slow it down and to be able to potentially access something different. That to me is when you've made it. That is when you have created enough reflection and you've had enough self-compassion and enough patience that now you can see an alternative path for when you're triggered in that moment. That's a huge deal. Letting go of these habitual responses can be so challenging. I applaud the work that people do in trying to make the transition. I wish you luck if you are curious about applying this more in the parenting realm. My connected parenting class has a lot of these activities to practice when we're calm. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.